The Law of Correspondence, Aligning Inner and Outer Worlds. Written and published by Ciro Irmici. Feel free to subscribe for more content. Now let's get into the book. Introduction. Understanding the Law of Correspondence. Have you ever felt that your outer world, your relationships, career, health, or even daily events, seems to mirror what's happening inside you? Maybe during times of inner turmoil, everything around you feels chaotic, while in moments of inner peace, the world seems to flow effortlessly. This isn't just coincidence. It's a powerful universal principle at work, called the Law of Correspondence. The Law of Correspondence tells us that the patterns and conditions in our external world are a direct reflection of what's happening within us. It's summed up by the ancient phrase, as above, so below, as within, so without. This means that what we experience outwardly is a mirror of our inner world, our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. At first glance, this might sound like a daunting concept. After all, does it mean that every problem we face is our own doing? The answer isn't so simple. It's not about blame but empowerment. This law gives us the understanding that we hold far more power than we realize. By shifting our internal world, we can change the way the outer world responds to us. Throughout this book, we'll explore how to harness this principle to align your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, with the life you want to create. Whether it's in your relationships, career, personal growth, or even your day-to-day experiences, you have the ability to create profound change by working on what's inside. The journey begins by looking inward. It's about understanding how your mindset, self-perception, and emotional patterns affect the life you're living. Once you start seeing how these internal states shape your outer reality, you'll discover that you're no longer a passive observer of life. You're the creator. But don't worry, you don't have to figure this out alone. This book is designed to guide you through the process step by step. We'll break down complex ideas into simple, actionable insights. You'll learn practical tools and techniques to shift your inner world, so you can start seeing real changes in your outer life. We'll cover everything from how your subconscious mind impacts your daily experiences to how relationships serve as mirrors for your internal beliefs. Along the way, we'll also explore how to use the Law of Correspondence to manifest success, abundance, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. More than just a philosophical concept, the Law of Correspondence is a practical tool for living. The more you align your thoughts and emotions with the outcomes you desire, the more your external reality will begin to reflect that alignment. It's a process, and like any journey, it requires time, patience, and self-awareness. By the end of this book, you'll have a deep understanding of how to apply the Law of Correspondence in your life. You'll feel empowered to take control of your inner world and, in turn, transform your outer experience. The life you want is not something you need to chase. It's something you can create from within. So, as you read through the chapters ahead, remember that you are capable of incredible transformation. This is your opportunity to realign, reimagine, and recreate the world around you by first aligning your inner self. Welcome to the journey of aligning your inner and outer worlds. Let's begin. Chapter 1, As Above, So Below, the Universal Mirror. Have you ever heard the phrase, as above, so below? It's an ancient saying rooted in various spiritual and philosophical traditions, and it perfectly captures the essence of the Law of Correspondence. This universal law teaches us that what happens in one realm of existence is reflected in another. In simpler terms, what goes on inside of you is reflected in the world around you. Imagine the universe as one giant mirror. Every thought, every feeling, and every belief you hold is projected outward, creating the circumstances of your life. Just like a mirror reflects your physical appearance, your outer reality reflects your internal state. This might sound abstract, but it becomes much clearer when you start paying attention to your day-to-day experiences. The mirror effect, how your inner world shapes your outer reality. Let's start with a simple example. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a bad mood, everything around you seems to go wrong? You wake up late, spill your coffee, miss the bus, and by noon the day feels like a disaster. It feels as though the world is conspiring against you. But when you're feeling good, calm, positive, and focused, things seem to flow effortlessly. You might notice that people are friendlier, opportunities seem to pop up out of nowhere, and your day unfolds smoothly. This is the Law of Correspondence in action. Your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and attitudes, creates a ripple effect that influences everything around you. When you're in a state of frustration or stress, it's as if you're tuning into a frequency that attracts more frustration and stress. Conversely, when you're in a state of gratitude, positivity, and openness, you attract more of the same. This doesn't mean that we control everything that happens to us. Life has its ups and downs, and some things are beyond our control. But the law of correspondence reminds us that we have more influence over our lives than we often realize. The way we perceive and respond to events around us is largely shaped by what's happening inside us. The subtle connections between inner and outer worlds. The law of correspondence operates in ways that are both subtle and profound. It's not just about good moods creating good days. The beliefs you hold about yourself and the world play a huge role in shaping your experiences. For instance, if you believe deep down that you're not deserving of love or success, you may find that relationships and opportunities slip away from you, almost as if something is blocking them. This isn't a punishment or a sign that you're not good enough. It's simply the universe reflecting back to you what you believe on the inside. If you carry the belief that the world is a harsh place, full of difficulty and struggle, you're likely to encounter more situations that confirm that belief. On the other hand, if you cultivate the belief that the universe is abundant and supportive, you'll start to notice more opportunities for growth and success. These reflections are everywhere in our lives, and once you start noticing them, you'll see patterns. The key is to recognize that these patterns are not random, they're connected to your internal state. The more aware you become of your thoughts and beliefs, the easier it becomes to understand why certain things happen the way they do. Understanding the correspondence between body, mind, and spirit. The law of correspondence doesn't just apply to the external world. It also speaks to the deep connection between the different parts of ourselves, our body, mind, and spirit. When these aspects of ourselves are in harmony, life feels balanced and fulfilling. But when there's dissonance between them, it manifests as struggle, whether in the form of stress, illness, or emotional turmoil. For example, have you ever been mentally exhausted but kept pushing yourself, only to find that you eventually got sick? That's a perfect illustration of the law of correspondence at play within your own body. When your mind is out of sync, overworked or overwhelmed, it impacts your physical health. Likewise, if your body is run down, it's harder to stay mentally sharp and emotionally stable. Your mind and emotions are constantly sending signals to your body, and vice versa. If you carry emotional stress, your body will respond, often with tension, fatigue, or even illness. This is why self-care is so essential. By nurturing your body and calming your mind, you create the conditions for balance and alignment, both internally and externally. Practical ways to align your inner and outer worlds. So, how can you use the law of correspondence to align your inner world with the outer experiences you want? Here are a few practical steps. 1. Cultivate self-awareness. The first step is becoming aware of the thoughts and beliefs that dominate your mind. Start paying attention to how you talk to yourself. Are your thoughts generally supportive, or do they tend to be critical and negative? Awareness is the foundation of change. 2. Shift negative patterns. Once you've identified limiting beliefs or negative thought patterns, work on shifting them. Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I am capable and deserving of success." This isn't about ignoring challenges, but about choosing to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. 3. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for realigning your inner world. By focusing on what's good in your life, you shift your energy to a higher vibration, attracting more positive experiences. 4. Meditate and reflect. Meditation helps you tune into your inner world and quiet the noise of everyday life. Regular meditation practice allows you to connect more deeply with your thoughts and emotions, giving you the clarity to recognize what's being reflected back to you in the outer world. 5. Take inspired action. The law of correspondence doesn't mean you should sit back and wait for life to happen. Once you've aligned your inner thoughts and beliefs, take action toward your goals. The universe responds to both your mindset and your actions, working in harmony to help you manifest the life you desire. Conclusion: embracing the power of correspondence. The law of correspondence offers us a profound insight. Our outer world is a reflection of our inner state. While this can be a humbling realization, it's also incredibly empowering. It means that by focusing on personal growth, self-awareness, and inner alignment, we can begin to change the way life unfolds around us. As you move forward, keep in mind that aligning your inner world isn't about achieving perfection. It's about progress, gradually shifting your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions toward harmony and balance. And as you do, you'll notice that your outer world begins to reflect that same harmony back to you. Chapter 2: The Mind-Body Connection. The human experience is a complex dance between the mind and body, two interconnected systems that influence each other far more than we often realize. The Law of Correspondence teaches us that there's no real separation between the inner and outer worlds, and this principle is powerfully illustrated in the relationship between your thoughts and your physical health. In this chapter, we'll explore how the mind and body communicate with each other, the effects of thoughts and emotions on physical well-being, and how aligning these two systems can transform your overall health and happiness. The invisible link: how thoughts shape your body. Have you ever noticed how a stressful thought or a wave of anxiety can cause your body to react? Your heart may start to race, your muscles tighten, and your breathing becomes shallow. On the flip side, a moment of joy or relaxation can immediately make your body feel lighter, more energized, and at ease. This is no accident. It's the mind-body connection at work. The Law of Correspondence reminds us that what happens in our internal world, our thoughts and emotions, has a direct influence on our physical state. If your mind is filled with stress, negativity, or fear, your body will mirror that with symptoms like tension, fatigue, or even illness. Likewise, a mind filled with peace and positive intention promotes physical health and vitality. Modern science has begun to catch up with what ancient wisdom traditions have known for centuries. The mind and body are deeply intertwined. Research in areas like psychoneuroimmunology shows that our thoughts and emotions can directly affect our immune system, hormonal balance, and even how fast we heal. How stress and negativity affect your health. Let's take stress as an example. When you're stressed, your body enters fight or flight mode. This is an ancient survival mechanism designed to help us escape physical danger, like running from a predator. In the short term, it's useful, but when stress becomes chronic, it wreaks havoc on the body. When your mind is constantly sending signals of stress, worry, or fear, your body responds by producing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones in excess can weaken the immune system, lead to high blood pressure, disrupt digestion, and contribute to insomnia. Over time, chronic stress can increase the risk of more serious health issues like heart disease, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders. Now, think about the emotional states behind these physical responses. If you frequently dwell on negative thoughts, believing that things will go wrong, expecting the worst, or feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges, your body will reflect those inner beliefs. It's as if the body becomes a physical manifestation of your mental state. The Law of Correspondence is at play here. Your outer health reflects your inner thoughts and feelings. If your mind is clouded with negative energy, your body will bear the consequences. The good news? This connection works in reverse too. By nurturing a positive mental state, you can promote physical healing and vitality. The power of positive thinking for physical well-being. If negative thoughts and emotions can harm the body, it stands to reason that positive thoughts and emotions can heal and nurture it. Numerous studies have shown that people who maintain a positive mindset tend to have better overall health outcomes. They recover from illnesses more quickly, experience fewer physical symptoms of stress, and often live longer, healthier lives. But what does it mean to think positively? It's not about ignoring life's challenges or pretending that everything is always perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, on gratitude rather than lack, and on optimism rather than fear. It's about aligning your thoughts with the outcome you want, rather than the outcome you fear. For example, if you're facing a health challenge, rather than focusing on what's wrong or how bad it feels, shift your attention to what's going well and what steps you can take to improve. Focus on healing rather than illness. This doesn't mean ignoring medical advice or treatment, but rather supporting your body's healing process with positive energy and belief in your own ability to recover. Practices for aligning the mind and body. Now that we understand the powerful connection between the mind and body, how can we put this knowledge into practice? Here are a few simple yet effective ways to align your inner thoughts with your physical well-being. 1. Mindful breathing. Your breath is one of the most direct links between your mind and body. When you're stressed or anxious, your breathing becomes shallow, which further signals to your body that something is wrong. Practice mindful breathing by taking slow, deep breaths. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This calms both your mind and body, signaling that it's safe to relax. 2. Meditation. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for aligning your mind and body. By sitting quietly and focusing on your breath or a mantra, you quiet the mind and allow your body to enter a state of deep relaxation and healing. Regular meditation has been shown to lower stress levels, reduce inflammation, and promote overall well-being. 3. Affirmations for health. Positive affirmations are statements you repeat to yourself to shift your mindset and energy. When it comes to physical health, affirmations like, "My body is strong and resilient," or "I am healing more and more every day" can help align your inner beliefs with the health you want to experience. The key is to speak these affirmations with conviction and truly believe in their power. 4. Gratitude practice. Gratitude has a profound effect on both the mind and body. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your energy from lack to abundance, from stress to peace. This shift in perspective has a ripple effect on your physical health, promoting relaxation and boosting the immune system. Keep a daily gratitude journal, noting down 3 things you're grateful for each day. 5. Movement and exercise. Physical activity is a natural way to align your mind and body. When you move your body, whether it's through walking, yoga, or more vigorous exercise, you release endorphins that elevate your mood and reduce stress. Exercise also provides a way to clear the mind, helping you feel more grounded and in tune with your body. Listening to your body's messages. Your body is always communicating with you. It gives you signals, subtle and not so subtle, about what it needs and how it's responding to your inner world. Pain, fatigue, tension, and illness are often signs that something in your internal world needs attention. Instead of ignoring or suppressing these signals, listen to them. What is your body trying to tell you? What thoughts or emotions might be contributing to this imbalance? The law of correspondence reminds us that there's no separation between the mind and body. When we listen to our bodies, we gain insight into our mental and emotional state. When we care for our minds, we support the health of our bodies. Conclusion: achieving harmony between mind and body. The mind and body are partners in your overall well-being. The thoughts you think and the emotions you feel ripple through your physical body, shaping everything from your energy levels to your long-term health. By becoming more aware of this connection, you gain the power to influence both your internal and external worlds. When you align your mind with thoughts of health, positivity, and gratitude, your body responds in kind, promoting healing, energy, and vitality. This alignment is not just about physical health. It's about creating a state of balance and harmony that radiates through every aspect of your life. Remember, the law of correspondence shows us that what we cultivate within ourselves is reflected in the world around us, and in our own bodies. By nurturing your mind, you nurture your body, and in doing so, you create the conditions for a healthier, more vibrant life. Chapter 3. Aligning your conscious and subconscious mind. The human mind is an incredible, complex system that governs our thoughts, emotions, and actions. However, it operates on 2 distinct levels: the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The law of correspondence reminds us that the harmony, or disharmony, between these 2 levels of mind directly influences the reality we experience in the outer world. In this chapter, we'll explore the role of the conscious and subconscious minds, how they work together or against each other, and most importantly, how to align them to create a life that reflects your deepest desires and aspirations. The conscious mind, the gatekeeper of your thoughts. Your conscious mind is the part of your brain that you're aware of on a day-to-day basis. It's the rational, logical, and analytical aspect of your mind, the one that makes decisions, solves problems, and interacts with the world. It's where you hold your current thoughts and where you consciously set goals or create plans for the future. In many ways, the conscious mind acts as the gatekeeper. It filters information from the environment and evaluates it based on what you already know. For example, when you're learning something new, you're using your conscious mind to process that information, apply logic, and form conclusions. However, the conscious mind is limited in its capacity. It only operates on the surface level of your awareness. While it plays an essential role in decision-making and intentional action, it's not the full picture. Beneath the surface lies the subconscious mind, which holds far more influence than most of us realize. The subconscious mind, the hidden driver. If the conscious mind is the tip of the iceberg, the subconscious mind is everything beneath the water. It's much larger, more powerful, and constantly working behind the scenes to shape your thoughts, actions, and experiences. Unlike the conscious mind, the subconscious doesn't analyze or question. It simply stores information and reacts based on previous conditioning. The subconscious mind is where your beliefs, habits, and deep-rooted patterns reside. Many of these were formed early in life based on your experiences, environment, and upbringing. For example, if you were taught as a child that you must work hard to be successful, that belief may still be running in your subconscious mind, influencing your approach to work and career. The challenge is that much of what resides in the subconscious mind operates outside of our awareness. You may not even realize that certain beliefs are shaping your decisions and behaviors. Yet, the subconscious mind plays a massive role in determining what we experience in the outer world. It's constantly filtering information and guiding your actions based on the internal programming it holds. The conflict between conscious goals and subconscious beliefs. One of the most common struggles people face is a disconnect between their conscious desires and their subconscious programming. This is when you consciously want something, like success, love, or happiness, but your subconscious mind is holding on to beliefs that contradict that desire. For example, you may consciously want financial abundance, but if your subconscious mind holds a deep-seated belief that money is hard to come by or that you're not deserving of wealth, you'll find it incredibly difficult to manifest that desire. No matter how hard you try to achieve financial success, your subconscious will sabotage your efforts, because it's programmed with limiting beliefs about money. This internal conflict is frustrating because, on the surface, it feels like you're doing everything right. You're setting goals, taking action, and thinking positively. But if your subconscious mind is not aligned with those conscious goals, it will continue to pull you in the opposite direction. This is the law of correspondence at work. The disharmony between your conscious and subconscious mind is reflected in the outer world as struggle, stagnation, or repeated failure. How to align your conscious and subconscious mind. The good news is that the subconscious mind is malleable. While it operates on automatic programming, that programming can be changed with time, intention, and the right tools. Aligning your conscious and subconscious mind is about bringing these two aspects of yourself into harmony, so they're working toward the same goals rather than pulling in different directions. Here are some powerful techniques for aligning the conscious and subconscious mind. 1. Identify limiting beliefs. The first step to alignment is becoming aware of the beliefs that reside in your subconscious mind. These beliefs often show up as repeated patterns in your life. Do you find yourself struggling with the same issues over and over again? Whether it's finances, relationships, or self-esteem, there's a good chance a limiting belief is at play. Begin by asking yourself, what do I believe about this area of my life? What stories am I telling myself about why things are the way they are? Journaling can be a powerful tool to uncover subconscious beliefs. Write freely about your experiences and pay attention to recurring themes or feelings of fear, doubt, or unworthiness. 2. Reprogram your subconscious with affirmations. Once you've identified limiting beliefs, you can begin the process of reprogramming your subconscious mind. One effective way to do this is through positive affirmations. Affirmations are statements that you repeat to yourself, designed to replace negative beliefs with empowering ones. For example, if you struggle with self-worth, an affirmation might be, I am deserving of love and success. The key to making affirmations work is consistency and emotion. Simply repeating a phrase once won't do much. You need to repeat it regularly and with feeling so that it starts to sink into your subconscious. Over time, your subconscious mind will begin to accept these new beliefs, and your outer world will reflect that shift. 3. Visualize the outcome you desire. Visualization is another powerful tool for aligning your conscious and subconscious mind. When you visualize, you create a mental image of the outcome you want to achieve. The subconscious mind responds well to images and emotions, so by vividly imagining your desired reality, you're sending a clear message to your subconscious about what you want. For example, if you want to improve your relationships, spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself in a loving, supportive relationship. Imagine how it feels, what you're doing, and how happy you are. The more real and emotionally charged your visualization is, the more effective it will be in aligning your subconscious with your conscious desires. 4. Use hypnotherapy or guided meditation. Hypnotherapy and guided meditations are designed to access the subconscious mind directly. These practices help you enter a relaxed, receptive state where the conscious mind steps aside, allowing new suggestions and beliefs to be imprinted on the subconscious. There are many resources available, from professional hypnotherapists to self-guided meditation apps that focus on reprogramming limiting beliefs. These tools are particularly helpful if you're struggling to shift deeply ingrained patterns that have been with you for years. 5. Take aligned action. It's not enough to change your thoughts. You also need to take action that aligns with your new beliefs. When you take steps that support your conscious desires, it reinforces those beliefs in the subconscious mind. It's like sending a message that says, "This is who I am now, and this is how I live my life." If your goal is to build financial abundance, for example, start by taking small actions that reflect that belief. Maybe you open a savings account, invest in personal development, or seek out new income opportunities. Each action signals to your subconscious that you're serious about your goals, and over time your beliefs and actions will align, creating a new reality. Conclusion: harmony between thought and belief. Aligning your conscious and subconscious mind is a powerful step toward creating the life you desire. When these two aspects of your mind are in harmony, you experience flow, ease, and success in your outer world. No longer will you feel like you're fighting against yourself. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions will all be moving in the same direction. The Law of Correspondence teaches us that inner harmony leads to outer harmony. By bringing your conscious desires and subconscious beliefs into alignment, you create a solid foundation for manifesting the life you truly want. This process takes time, but with patience and dedication, you can reprogram your mind, break free from limiting patterns, and watch as your external reality transforms to match your inner vision. Chapter 4: How Your Inner World Creates Outer Success. Success is something many of us strive for, whether it's in our careers, personal relationships, finances, or personal growth. But have you ever noticed that despite how hard you work or how much effort you put into your goals, sometimes success feels elusive? This is where the Law of Correspondence comes into play. The Law of Correspondence reminds us that our outer success is a reflection of our inner world. It's not just about the actions we take, but the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions we carry within us. In this chapter, we'll explore how your internal mindset directly shapes your ability to succeed in the outer world, and how to align your inner world to manifest the success you desire. The foundation of success: your beliefs. At the core of every success story lies a set of beliefs. Whether or not you realize it, the beliefs you hold about yourself, your abilities, and the world around you shape your experience of success. If you believe deep down that you're capable, deserving, and destined for greatness, that belief will manifest in the actions you take and the opportunities that come your way. But if you believe that success is hard to achieve or that you're not good enough, those beliefs will act as barriers, making success seem just out of reach. Let's break this down with an example. Imagine two people, both of whom have similar skills and are working toward the same career goal. The first person believes that success comes easily to those who work hard and that they are fully capable of achieving their dreams. The second person, however, believes that success is a struggle and that, no matter what they do, they'll likely fail. Even if both individuals put in the same amount of effort, their beliefs will influence how they perceive opportunities, how they handle challenges, and ultimately how successful they become. The first person, with their positive belief system, is more likely to see setbacks as temporary obstacles, use them as learning experiences, and continue moving forward with confidence. The second person, on the other hand, may view setbacks as confirmation of their limiting beliefs, causing them to give up prematurely or sabotage their efforts. This is the power of belief in action. Success begins with self-perception. Your self-perception, how you see yourself, is one of the most significant factors in determining your success. If you view yourself as competent, capable, and deserving, you're more likely to take actions that align with those beliefs. You'll approach challenges with confidence, take risks, and pursue opportunities that others might shy away from. On the flip side, if your self-perception is filled with self-doubt, fear, or feelings of inadequacy, you may hold yourself back, even unconsciously. Think about how you speak to yourself. What do you say when you face a challenge? Are your thoughts supportive and encouraging, or are they critical and discouraging? The way you talk to yourself in these moments reflects your self-perception and directly influences how successful you'll be. For example, let's say you're applying for a new job or starting a new project. If you approach it with the mindset of, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never get this," you're already setting yourself up for failure. Even if you go through the motions, your lack of belief in yourself will show up in your actions and the energy you bring to the situation. On the other hand, if you approach the same situation with the mindset of, "I have what it takes," or "I'm fully capable," you'll bring a different level of confidence and positivity that can significantly impact the outcome. The energy of success, thoughts and emotions. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about the energy you bring to your actions. The law of correspondence teaches us that our outer world is a reflection of our inner world, which includes not only our thoughts but also our emotions. The energy you emit, through your mindset and emotions, attracts similar energy from the world around you. If your inner world is filled with fear, doubt, and frustration, you'll attract experiences that match that energy. This might manifest as difficult challenges, roadblocks, or missed opportunities. But when your inner world is aligned with thoughts of confidence, excitement, and positivity, you attract success more effortlessly. You begin to notice opportunities that might have otherwise passed you by, and you'll have the emotional resilience to overcome challenges with ease. Consider the power of enthusiasm. When you're genuinely excited about something, people around you pick up on that energy. Whether it's a new project, a goal you're working toward, or a big opportunity, your enthusiasm makes others want to be part of your success. On the flip side, if you approach a situation with dread or a lack of confidence, people sense that energy too, and they're less likely to support or invest in your success. Overcoming inner barriers to success. Often, the biggest obstacles to success are not external factors but internal ones. These can include limiting beliefs, self-doubt, fear of failure, or even a fear of success. If you're not achieving the success you desire, it's worth asking yourself, what's holding me back internally? Here are some common inner barriers to success and how to overcome them. 1. Limiting beliefs about success. These are beliefs that you've internalized over time that limit your ability to succeed. They might sound like, "Success is only for other people," "I'm not talented enough," or "I don't deserve to be successful." To overcome these beliefs, you first need to identify them. Pay attention to the negative thoughts that arise when you think about your goals and challenge those thoughts. Replace them with empowering beliefs, such as, "I am capable of achieving my goals," or "Success is within my reach." 2. Fear of failure. Many people hold themselves back from success because they're afraid of failing. This fear often stems from a belief that failure is a reflection of personal inadequacy. But the truth is, failure is a natural part of success. Every successful person has failed at some point. It's how you learn, grow, and improve. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a stepping stone on the path to success. 3. Fear of success. It might sound strange, but some people are afraid of success. This fear can stem from the belief that success will bring unwanted attention, pressure, or responsibility. If this resonates with you, take some time to reflect on why you might be resisting success. What does success mean to you, and what are you afraid it will change in your life? By addressing these fears head-on, you can release the resistance that's holding you back. 4. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is the feeling that you're not as competent or qualified as others think you are. It often arises when you're stepping into a new role or achieving success. Overcoming imposter syndrome requires recognizing that everyone experiences self-doubt at times. Instead of focusing on your perceived inadequacies, focus on your strengths and the value you bring to the table. Practical steps to align your inner world with outer success. Aligning your inner world for success is an ongoing process, but it starts with a few key practices. 1. Set clear intentions. Success begins with clarity. What does success look like to you? Is it financial abundance, career fulfillment, personal growth, or something else? Set clear intentions for what you want to achieve and write them down. The clearer your intentions, the easier it is to align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with those goals. 2. Cultivate a success mindset. Develop a mindset that supports success by focusing on positive thoughts, empowering beliefs, and a growth-oriented attitude. Practice affirmations that reinforce your belief in yourself and your ability to succeed. Examples include, "I am fully capable of achieving my goals," or "Success comes naturally to me." 3. Take consistent action. Success doesn't come from wishful thinking. It requires consistent action. Break down your big goals into smaller, manageable steps, and take action every day toward achieving them. Even small actions, when taken consistently, lead to big results over time. 4. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with can influence your mindset and energy. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you, support your goals, and share a positive outlook on life. Avoid spending too much time with negative people who drain your energy or reinforce limiting beliefs. 5. Celebrate your wins. Success is a journey, not a destination. Along the way, take time to celebrate your achievements, big and small. Recognizing your progress reinforces the belief that you're capable of success, and it motivates you to keep moving forward. Conclusion: creating the success you desire. Success is not just about external achievements, it's a reflection of your inner world. When your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are aligned with the outcome you want, success becomes a natural result of that inner alignment. By working on your mindset, overcoming limiting beliefs, and taking inspired action, you'll find that success flows more effortlessly into your life. The Law of Correspondence teaches us that our outer world mirrors our inner world. If you want to experience greater success in your outer life, the key is to first cultivate success within. With the right mindset, aligned beliefs, and positive energy, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Chapter 5. The Power of Self-Perception. One of the most profound aspects of the Law of Correspondence is how it relates to the way you perceive yourself. Self-perception, the image you hold of yourself in your mind, plays a crucial role in shaping your external reality. What you believe about yourself, deep down, reflects outwardly in the way others see you, the opportunities you attract, and the life you create. In this chapter, we'll explore how your self-perception impacts every area of your life, how it can either empower or limit you, and most importantly, how you can transform it to align with the person you truly want to be. How self-perception shapes your reality. Self-perception is the mental image you hold of yourself. It includes your thoughts about your abilities, worth, and potential. This image, whether positive or negative, informs nearly every decision you make, from the goals you set to the relationships you form. Here's how it works. If you see yourself as capable and deserving, you'll naturally approach life with confidence. You'll take on challenges, pursue your dreams, and expect success. People around you will pick up on this confidence, and you'll find that opportunities come more easily because your energy attracts them. On the other hand, if your self-perception is filled with doubt or self-criticism, your outer reality will reflect that. You may shy away from taking risks, doubt your abilities, or settle for less than you deserve. Your interactions with others might feel strained, or you might attract situations that reinforce those negative beliefs. For example, if you see yourself as unworthy of love or success, you may unconsciously push away people who try to support or uplift you. You may even sabotage opportunities for growth because your internal belief is that you don't deserve them. This is the law of correspondence in action. Your outer world reflects the beliefs you hold within. The role of early conditioning in self-perception. Much of your self-perception is shaped early in life. The messages you received from parents, teachers, and peers played a big role in forming the beliefs you hold about yourself today. These messages may have been positive, encouraging you to believe in yourself and your potential, or they may have been negative, causing you to question your worth or abilities. For example, if you were constantly praised for your achievements as a child, you might have developed a strong sense of self-confidence. But if you were criticized or compared to others, you may have internalized a belief that you're not good enough. Even if these early messages no longer apply to your current life, they often remain ingrained in your subconscious, influencing your self-perception in subtle but powerful ways. The good news is that while early conditioning may have shaped your self-image, it doesn't have to define you forever. With conscious effort, You can reprogram your self-perception and begin to see yourself in a new, more empowering light. The impact of self-perception on relationships. Your self-perception not only affects your internal world but also influences your relationships with others. The way you view yourself sets the tone for how you allow others to treat you. If you believe you're worthy of love, respect, and support, you'll attract relationships that reflect those beliefs. But if your self-perception is clouded by doubt or feelings of inadequacy, you may attract relationships that reinforce those limiting beliefs. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that people who radiate confidence and self-assurance tend to have strong, supportive relationships? Their sense of self-worth sets a standard for how others treat them. On the other hand, those who struggle with low self-esteem often find themselves in relationships where they're undervalued or mistreated. The law of correspondence shows us that the relationships we experience are a mirror of our inner beliefs. If you want to improve your relationships, it starts with improving how you see yourself. How to transform your self-perception. Changing the way you see yourself is one of the most powerful things you can do to improve your life. When you shift your self-perception, you change the energy you project, and in turn your outer world begins to align with your new beliefs. Here are some practical steps to help you transform your self-perception. 1. Identify limiting beliefs about yourself. The first step in transforming your self-perception is becoming aware of the limiting beliefs you hold. Take some time to reflect on how you view yourself. Do you often think, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't deserve success"? These limiting beliefs are holding you back. Write them down so you can consciously address them. 2. Challenge negative self-talk. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself throughout the day. Are your thoughts supportive, or are they critical? If you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, challenge those thoughts. For example, if you think, "I'm not smart enough," ask yourself, "Is that really true? What evidence do I have that proves otherwise?" Shifting your self-talk can have a profound impact on your self-perception. 3. Use positive affirmations. Affirmations are powerful statements that can help rewire your self-perception. By repeating positive affirmations, you begin to replace negative beliefs with empowering ones. Examples of affirmations include, "I am capable and worthy of success." "I am deserving of love and respect." "I believe in myself and my abilities." The key is to say these affirmations with conviction and repeat them regularly, especially when you feel doubt creeping in. Over time, your subconscious mind will begin to accept these positive beliefs as true. 4. Visualize the best version of yourself. Visualization is another effective tool for transforming your self-perception. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as the person you want to be, confident, successful, and self-assured. Visualize how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, and how you approach challenges. The more vividly you can see yourself in this way, the more your mind begins to accept this image as reality. 5. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with have a significant impact on how you see yourself. If you're surrounded by individuals who support and uplift you, it reinforces a positive self-perception. On the other hand, if you spend time with people who criticize or belittle you, it can feed into self-doubt. Be intentional about surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and encourage your growth. 6. Take action aligned with your new self-perception. As you begin to shift your self-perception, it's important to take actions that align with your new beliefs. If you're working on building confidence, take small steps outside your comfort zone. If you're working on believing in your worth, start setting boundaries in relationships or asking for what you deserve. Each action reinforces your new self-perception and brings you closer to the person you want to be. The ripple effect of positive self-perception. When you transform your self-perception, the effects ripple outward into every area of your life. You'll find that your relationships improve, your career opportunities expand, and your overall happiness increases. This is the law of correspondence at work. Your outer world mirrors the changes you make within. As your self-perception becomes more positive, you'll notice that others begin to see you differently as well. People respond to the energy you project, and when that energy is one of confidence and self-assurance, you'll attract more positive interactions and opportunities. It's important to remember that transforming your self-perception is an ongoing process. It takes time and patience to shift deeply ingrained beliefs, but with consistent effort, you'll begin to see real changes in how you feel about yourself and how the world responds to you. Conclusion: embracing your true worth. Your self-perception is one of the most powerful tools you have for shaping your reality. When you see yourself as capable, worthy, and deserving, the outer world reflects those beliefs back to you in the form of success, fulfilling relationships, and personal growth. The Law of Correspondence teaches us that the way we see ourselves is directly linked to the life we create. By transforming your self-perception, you unlock new levels of potential and invite greater success and happiness into your life. Remember, you have the power to change the way you see yourself. It's never too late to rewrite the story you tell about who you are. As you cultivate a more positive, empowering self-perception, you'll find that the world around you begins to align with the person you've always known you could be. Chapter 6: Relationships as Reflections. One of the most powerful ways the Law of Correspondence manifests is through our relationships. The people we attract, the dynamics we experience, and even the challenges we face in relationships are reflections of what's happening inside us. Whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, a family member, or a colleague, the interactions we have with others mirror the beliefs, emotions, and energies we carry within ourselves. In this chapter, we'll dive into how relationships serve as mirrors of our inner world, why certain relationship patterns repeat, and how you can use this awareness to foster healthier, more fulfilling connections with others. The mirror effect in relationships. Every relationship in your life serves as a reflection of your inner state. This might sound surprising at first, but when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. The way you perceive and interact with others is deeply influenced by the beliefs you hold about yourself, your expectations of relationships, and the energy you project into the world. For example, if you believe deep down that you're unworthy of love, you might attract partners who treat you poorly or fail to meet your emotional needs. Conversely, if you believe you deserve respect and kindness, you're more likely to find yourself in relationships where those qualities are present. This is the law of correspondence at work. Your internal beliefs shape your external reality, including your relationships. It's important to note that the people in your life are not consciously reflecting these beliefs. They're simply responding to the energy you project. When you carry beliefs of unworthiness, for example, you may unconsciously allow behavior that reinforces that belief, whether by tolerating disrespect or choosing partners who are emotionally unavailable. On the other hand, if you value and respect yourself, you'll naturally set higher standards in relationships, attracting people who treat you with the same respect and kindness that you show yourself. Recognizing patterns in relationships. If you find yourself experiencing the same challenges in multiple relationships, it's a sign that the law of correspondence is at play. These repeated patterns are a reflection of unresolved internal beliefs or emotions. Until you address the underlying cause within yourself, the same issues will continue to show up in your external relationships. Let's say you consistently attract partners who are distant or unavailable. This pattern may be a reflection of a deeper belief that you're not deserving of attention or love. Alternatively, it could indicate that you have an unconscious fear of intimacy, which causes you to attract partners who mirror that fear by being emotionally distant. The key to breaking these patterns is to recognize that they are not random or a matter of bad luck. They're a reflection of something within you that needs healing or attention. By addressing the root cause, whether it's a limiting belief, a fear, or an unmet emotional need, you can change the energy you project and in turn attract different types of relationships. How to use relationships as a tool for growth. Once you understand that relationships mirror your inner world, you can begin to use this knowledge as a powerful tool for personal growth. Every relationship, whether harmonious or challenging, offers valuable insights into your inner self. By paying attention to the dynamics in your relationships, you can uncover hidden beliefs, unresolved emotions, and areas where you may need to grow. Here's how to use relationships as a tool for self-awareness and growth. 1. Observe your reactions. Pay attention to how you react to others in relationships. Do certain behaviors trigger strong emotional responses? These reactions often reveal something about your inner world. For example, if you feel hurt when someone doesn't give you attention, it may indicate a belief that you're not important or valued. Use these moments as opportunities to reflect on the underlying beliefs or wounds that are being activated. 2. Look for patterns. If you notice the same issues recurring in multiple relationships, take a step back and ask yourself, what belief or fear might be causing this pattern? By identifying the common thread, you can begin to address the root cause within yourself and break free from the cycle. 3. Set boundaries based on self-worth. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. If you've struggled with setting boundaries in the past, it's likely a reflection of how you perceive your worth. Start by valuing yourself and your needs, and set boundaries that reflect that self-worth. This not only improves your relationships but also reinforces a positive self-image. 4. Practice compassion for yourself and others. Relationships often bring out our deepest insecurities and vulnerabilities, which can lead to conflict or misunderstanding. When this happens, it's important to practice compassion for both yourself and the other person. Recognize that everyone is dealing with their own internal struggles, and approach relationships with empathy and understanding. 5. Use difficult relationships as opportunities for growth. Not all relationships are easy, but even the most challenging ones can be valuable for your personal growth. Difficult relationships often shine a light on areas where you need to heal or grow. Instead of viewing these relationships as purely negative, ask yourself, what is this relationship teaching me about myself? By shifting your perspective, you can turn challenges into opportunities for deeper self-awareness and growth. The importance of self-love in relationships. At the heart of healthy relationships lies self-love. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. If you don't love or value yourself, it's difficult to attract relationships where you're loved and valued by others. This is why the Law of Correspondence emphasizes the importance of inner alignment. When you cultivate a strong sense of self-love and respect, your outer relationships will reflect that inner harmony. Self-love involves more than just feeling good about yourself. It's about honoring your needs, setting boundaries, and treating yourself with kindness and compassion. When you prioritize your own well-being, you attract people who respect and support you, and you're better equipped to create healthy, fulfilling relationships. Shifting relationship dynamics through inner work. The beauty of the Law of Correspondence is that you don't need to change the other person to improve your relationships. You only need to change yourself. By doing the inner work to heal your beliefs, fears, and emotional wounds, you'll naturally shift the energy you bring to your relationships, and the dynamics will change in response. Here are some ways to shift relationship dynamics through inner work. 1. Heal past wounds. Unresolved emotional wounds from past relationships can carry over into your current relationships, creating patterns of pain and conflict. Take the time to reflect on past hurts and do the necessary healing work. This may involve forgiveness, self-compassion, or seeking support from a therapist or counselor. 2. Release fear-based beliefs. Fear-based beliefs such as "I'm not worthy of love" or "I'll always be abandoned" can create tension and insecurity in relationships. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, but they don't have to define your present or future. Work on releasing these fears by challenging them and replacing them with empowering beliefs. 3. Communicate your needs. Healthy relationships are built on open and honest communication. If you find yourself struggling to express your needs or desires in a relationship, it may reflect a fear of rejection or a belief that your needs aren't important. Practice clear, compassionate communication, and trust that expressing your needs is essential for a balanced, fulfilling relationship. 4. Practice mindfulness in relationships. Mindfulness involves being present and fully engaged in the moment without judgment. When applied to relationships, mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts, emotions, and reactions without being overwhelmed by them. It helps you respond to situations with clarity and compassion rather than reacting out of fear or habit. Conclusion: relationships as opportunities for growth. Relationships are some of the most powerful mirrors of our inner world. They reflect back to us our beliefs, emotions, and unresolved issues, offering valuable opportunities for growth and self-awareness. By viewing relationships through the lens of the Law of Correspondence, you can transform the way you approach connection and use your relationships as a tool for personal evolution. The key to healthier, more fulfilling relationships lies in doing the inner work. As you heal, grow, and align your inner world, your outer relationships will naturally shift to reflect the positive changes within you. Remember, the way you see and treat yourself sets the standard for how others will see and treat you. In the end, the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself. When you cultivate self-love, self-respect, and inner harmony, you create the foundation for relationships that are built on mutual love, respect, and understanding. Chapter 7. Overcoming Inner Conflict to Resolve Outer Challenges. Life often feels like a series of challenges: work struggles, relationship conflicts, financial difficulties, or health issues. But what if the key to overcoming these outer challenges didn't lie solely in external solutions? What if the root cause of many of these struggles was within you, tied to inner conflicts and unresolved emotions? This is where the Law of Correspondence offers a powerful insight. Your outer challenges often mirror inner conflicts. In this chapter, we'll explore how inner conflict manifests in your external life, why resolving these internal struggles is crucial to creating a smoother outer reality, and how you can begin the process of inner alignment to address and overcome external difficulties. The nature of inner conflict. At its core, inner conflict is the tension that arises when different parts of your psyche are at odds with each other. This might be a conflict between your desires and your fears, your conscious goals and your subconscious beliefs, or between your values and your actions. These internal battles create stress, confusion, and a sense of being stuck. For example, imagine you have a deep desire to pursue a new career path, but at the same time you're afraid of failure. One part of you is excited by the possibility of change and growth, while another part is paralyzed by the fear of leaving the safety of the familiar. This inner conflict can manifest externally as procrastination, missed opportunities, or stagnation in your current job. Similarly, if you're struggling in a relationship, the outer conflict may be a reflection of unresolved emotions or unexpressed needs within yourself. Perhaps there's a part of you that feels unworthy of love, and this belief is causing you to unconsciously sabotage the relationship, even though consciously you want it to work. The Law of Correspondence teaches us that when there is conflict or disharmony within, it inevitably shows up in our outer world, whether through strained relationships, career struggles, or general life dissatisfaction. How inner conflict shows up in your outer world. Many of us try to solve external problems by focusing on changing the external circumstances, finding a new job, fixing a relationship, or earning more money. While these actions are important, they often address only the symptoms of a deeper, internal issue. The outer world, after all, is a reflection of the inner world. If the root cause of a problem is an unresolved inner conflict, external solutions will only provide temporary relief. For instance, you might find yourself constantly clashing with a colleague or partner, leading to ongoing frustration and arguments. On the surface, it may seem like the other person is the problem. But if you look deeper, you might discover that the external conflict is actually a reflection of an inner struggle, perhaps feelings of inadequacy or fear of confrontation. Another example is financial struggles. You may find yourself repeatedly in situations where money is tight, no matter how much effort you put into improving your financial situation. In many cases, this can be traced back to limiting beliefs about money, such as feeling undeserving of abundance or harboring fear around financial security. Until these inner conflicts are resolved, external solutions, like a new job or a raise, may not provide the lasting change you desire. The role of self-awareness in resolving inner conflict. Self-awareness is the key to identifying and resolving inner conflicts. It requires you to look inward and examine the emotions, beliefs, and fears that may be contributing to the challenges you're facing. This process can be uncomfortable, as it involves facing parts of yourself that you may have been avoiding. However, it's also deeply liberating as it empowers you to take control of your life from the inside out. Start by paying attention to the patterns in your life. Are there certain areas where you keep encountering the same issues? These recurring challenges are clues to underlying inner conflicts. For example, if you keep ending up in relationships that leave you feeling unfulfilled or disrespected, it might be time to explore your beliefs about love and self-worth. If you consistently feel stuck in your career, ask yourself what fears or doubts are holding you back from pursuing your goals. Once you identify the inner conflict, the next step is to bring compassion and understanding to it. Instead of judging yourself for feeling conflicted, approach your inner world with curiosity. Why do these conflicting parts exist? What is each part trying to protect or achieve? By understanding the root of your inner conflict, you can begin to resolve it in a way that honors all aspects of yourself. Aligning inner harmony for outer change. The process of resolving inner conflict and creating harmony within yourself is about bringing different parts of your psyche into alignment. It's not about eliminating doubt, fear, or uncertainty, but rather about understanding and integrating these aspects of yourself so that they no longer cause internal friction. Take, for example, the conflict between wanting to pursue a new career and fearing failure. Instead of pushing the fear aside or trying to ignore it, acknowledge its presence and listen to what it's trying to tell you. The fear of failure is often trying to protect you from potential disappointment or rejection. By recognizing this, you can thank the fear for its role and then gently reassure yourself that failure is a natural part of growth and that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. In the same way, if you're experiencing conflict in a relationship, look inward and ask yourself what needs or emotions are being triggered. Are you afraid of vulnerability? Do you struggle with expressing your needs? By addressing these internal challenges, you can bring more honesty and harmony into your relationships, which will likely resolve many of the external conflicts you're facing. The goal is to bring your desires, beliefs, and emotions into alignment. When you do this, the external world naturally follows suit. Instead of struggling to control or change outer circumstances, you'll find that your outer life begins to flow more smoothly as a reflection of the inner harmony you've created. Practical steps to resolve inner conflict. While resolving inner conflict takes time and introspection, there are practical steps you can take to begin the process. 1. Create space for reflection. Inner conflict often goes unnoticed because we're so focused on the external world. To identify and address inner conflicts, create time for self-reflection. This might involve journaling, meditation, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I struggling with internally? What fears or beliefs are creating tension in my life? 2. Acknowledge all parts of yourself. Inner conflict arises when different parts of you are in disagreement. Instead of trying to suppress one part or force yourself to just move on, acknowledge and validate each part. For example, if one part of you wants to take a risk while another part is scared, give both sides space to express their concerns. This creates an opportunity for dialogue and integration rather than suppression. 3. Be compassionate with yourself. Self-criticism only exacerbates inner conflict. Practice self-compassion by recognizing that inner tension is a natural part of being human. Everyone experiences conflicting desires, emotions, and fears. Instead of beating yourself up for not having it all figured out, approach yourself with kindness and patience. 4. Seek inner balance. Once you've identified the source of your inner conflict, work toward finding a resolution that honors all parts of yourself. This might involve making compromises, setting boundaries, or redefining your goals. For example, if you're conflicted between wanting security and desiring freedom, explore ways to create a balance that allows for both. Conclusion. Inner peace leads to outer solutions. The Law of Correspondence teaches us that inner harmony leads to outer peace. When you resolve internal conflicts, your outer life naturally becomes smoother and more aligned with your true desires. Instead of struggling against the challenges in your external world, you begin to realize that the solution often lies within. By developing self-awareness, compassion, and a commitment to inner alignment, you can resolve many of the challenges that seem insurmountable from the outside. As you harmonize your inner world, you'll notice that your outer world begins to shift in ways you may never have expected. Life flows more easily, opportunities open up, and relationships improve, because you've created that change from within. Chapter 8. Using Correspondence to Manifest Abundance. Abundance is a state of being that goes far beyond material wealth. It's a mindset, a way of experiencing life as full, rich, and overflowing with possibilities. According to the Law of Correspondence, your external experience of abundance is a direct reflection of your internal state. If you want to manifest abundance in your outer world, whether it's financial prosperity, fulfilling relationships, or personal growth, it starts with cultivating a sense of abundance within. In this chapter, we will explore how to shift your inner beliefs, thoughts, and energy to align with the flow of abundance. The law of correspondence teaches us that when your inner world resonates with abundance, your outer world will follow suit. The inner nature of abundance. To truly understand how abundance works, it's important to recognize that it begins in the mind and heart, not in external circumstances. Many people think that abundance is something you get from the outside world, money, success, opportunities. But the truth is, abundance is an internal state. It's how you feel about yourself, your life, and your ability to attract what you need and desire. Think of abundance like a radio signal. If your inner world is tuned into scarcity, thinking thoughts like "I'll never have enough" or "there's not enough to go around," you're broadcasting a signal of lack. That's the frequency the universe picks up on, and it reflects that back to you in the form of limited opportunities, financial struggles, or a sense of always being behind. On the other hand, when you tune into the frequency of abundance, believing that there's more than enough for everyone and that you are capable of receiving your share, you start to notice more opportunities, support, and resources coming your way. This is the law of correspondence in action. Your inner state determines your outer experience. Shifting from scarcity to abundance mindset. One of the biggest barriers to experiencing abundance is a scarcity mindset. This is the belief that there's not enough to go around, that life is a zero-sum game where someone else's success diminishes your own chances. Scarcity thinking can manifest as fear, jealousy, or a constant sense of lack. The key to manifesting abundance is to shift from this scarcity mindset to one of abundance. But how? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind throughout the day. Do you catch yourself thinking, "I can't afford that," or "I'll never have enough time"? These are signs of scarcity thinking. Instead, begin to replace those thoughts with ones that affirm abundance. This doesn't mean ignoring financial realities or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about shifting your focus to what is possible rather than what is lacking. For example, instead of saying, "I can't afford this," try thinking, "I'm open to finding new ways to bring more abundance into my life." By shifting your perspective, you open yourself to new possibilities and opportunities. Feeling abundant before it shows up. One of the most powerful aspects of the law of correspondence is that feeling abundant comes before external abundance shows up. Many people wait for their circumstances to change before they feel abundant, but this approach actually works in reverse. To attract abundance, you must first embody the feeling of abundance internally. This can seem tricky at first. How do you feel abundant when your bank account is low, or when life feels like an uphill battle? The answer lies in focusing on what you already have, no matter how small. Gratitude is one of the quickest ways to tap into the feeling of abundance. When you focus on what is already abundant in your life, whether it's supportive relationships, good health, or simply the beauty of nature, you begin to cultivate an inner sense of richness and contentment. This feeling of abundance is magnetic. When you feel abundant, you naturally attract more of what you desire. The law of correspondence ensures that your outer world will mirror the inner feeling of enoughness. Even before you see tangible results, the shift in your internal state begins to align you with the flow of abundance. Trusting in the flow of life. Abundance is also about trust. Trusting that life will provide what you need at the right time. Many people live in a constant state of anxiety about the future, worried that they won't have enough or that something will go wrong. This anxiety blocks the flow of abundance because it keeps you in a state of resistance and fear. When you trust that life is abundant and that you are supported, you allow abundance to flow to you more easily. This doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing, hoping that money or success will magically appear. It means trusting that when you take inspired action, the universe will meet you halfway. It's about letting go of the need to control every outcome and allowing space for things to unfold naturally. Trusting in abundance also means being open to receiving. Many people unknowingly block abundance because they have difficulty receiving. This might show up as feeling uncomfortable when someone offers help, or believing you don't deserve certain opportunities. To align with abundance, you must be willing to receive it in whatever form it comes. Whether it's a compliment, a financial gift, or an unexpected opportunity, practicing openness to receiving reinforces the belief that you are deserving of abundance. Abundance beyond money. It's important to remember that abundance isn't just about money. In fact, focusing solely on financial wealth can limit your experience of true abundance. Real abundance is about experiencing richness in every area of your life: relationships, health, creativity, and personal growth. When you open yourself to abundance in all its forms, you'll find that life feels fuller and more fulfilling. For example, you might experience abundance through meaningful connections with others, a deep sense of purpose in your work, or the time and energy to pursue your passions. Financial wealth is just one aspect of abundance, and when you focus on abundance holistically, you create a more balanced and enriching life. Aligning actions with abundant thinking. While inner alignment is key to manifesting abundance, it's also important to take aligned actions that reflect your abundant mindset. This doesn't mean working harder or pushing yourself beyond your limits. Rather, it means taking action from a place of inspiration and confidence, knowing that abundance is already flowing to you. For example, if you're working on building financial abundance, take inspired steps that align with your goals, whether it's investing in personal development, starting a new project, or seeking out new income streams. But do so with the mindset that these actions are part of the natural flow of abundance in your life, rather than coming from a place of desperation or fear. When your actions align with the belief that you are already abundant, you send a powerful signal to the universe. This alignment of thought, feeling, and action creates the conditions for abundance to manifest more easily in your external world. Conclusion: abundance as a state of being. The law of correspondence reminds us that abundance is not something you chase or achieve, it's a state of being. When you cultivate an inner sense of abundance, the outer world will reflect that state back to you. The key to manifesting abundance is shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance, feeling abundant before the external results appear, and trusting in the natural flow of life. As you align your inner world with abundance, you'll begin to notice changes in your outer world. Opportunities, resources, and connections will start to flow more easily, and life will feel richer and more fulfilling. Remember, abundance is already available to you, you just need to open yourself to receive it. Chapter 9: Breaking Negative Patterns. Have you ever found yourself stuck in the same situations no matter how hard you try to break free? Maybe it's always the same type of relationship that ends in disappointment, or a persistent financial struggle that seems to have no solution. These repeating patterns can be frustrating, often leaving you wondering why life feels like an endless loop of the same challenges. The law of correspondence reveals that these negative patterns are not random. They are reflections of unresolved issues within us. Our outer world is a mirror, and when we find ourselves in cycles of difficulty, it's often because something in our inner world, our beliefs, thoughts, or emotions, is maintaining those cycles. This chapter explores how negative patterns form, why they persist, and how you can break free from them by changing what's happening inside. Understanding the root of repetitive patterns. We all develop patterns based on experiences, especially early in life. These experiences shape our subconscious beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. Over time, these beliefs become the lens through which we interpret everything that happens, often without us even realizing it. These subconscious beliefs drive our behavior and attract certain types of situations or people into our lives, reflecting our internal expectations. For example, if you were raised in an environment where love was conditional, based on achievement or approval, you might develop the belief that you're only worthy of love when you're successful or perfect. Without realizing it, this belief could lead you to seek out relationships where you're constantly trying to prove yourself, or where you feel unworthy unless you meet certain standards. The outer pattern of relationships mirrors the inner belief of conditional worthiness. Or perhaps you've struggled financially for as long as you can remember. No matter how much you try to improve your situation, you always find yourself back in the same place, worried about money. This may stem from a subconscious belief that there's never enough, a scarcity mindset you absorbed from your environment. Even if you consciously want abundance, the belief in scarcity keeps recreating situations of financial lack. These examples show how negative patterns often arise from unresolved beliefs or emotions. The outer world is not punishing you, it's reflecting what's within. Why negative patterns persist? Negative patterns persist because they are deeply rooted in the subconscious. Most of us are unaware of the beliefs driving these patterns, so we continue to act, think, and make decisions in ways that reinforce them. The subconscious mind is powerful. It seeks consistency between what we believe and what we experience. So, if you believe that you're unworthy, your subconscious will filter your experiences to reflect that belief, keeping you stuck in a cycle of unworthiness. This is why it can feel like no matter what changes you make on the surface, nothing really shifts. You might change jobs, move to a new city, or start a new relationship, but if the underlying belief remains the same, the pattern will eventually reappear. Until the inner world changes, the outer world will continue to mirror the same situations. One of the reasons these patterns are so difficult to break is that they provide a strange sense of comfort, even if they're painful. Familiarity feels safe even if it's unhealthy. This is why many people stay in negative situations. They know what to expect. The unknown, even if it offers the potential for better, can be terrifying. How to break free from negative patterns. The first step in breaking negative patterns is awareness. You have to recognize that the repeated issues in your life are not random, but reflections of your inner world. This realization can be both humbling and empowering. It's humbling because it forces you to take responsibility for your life, but empowering because it shows that you have the power to change it. Start by identifying the patterns that keep showing up in your life. Look at the areas where you feel stuck, frustrated, or dissatisfied. Ask yourself, what belief might be underlying this pattern? Often, the root belief is something that's been with you for a long time, something that feels true but is actually a learned perception. For instance, if you find yourself always in relationships where you feel unappreciated, ask yourself, do I believe I deserve love and respect just as I am? If not, this belief is likely contributing to the pattern. Once you've identified the belief, the next step is to question it. Is it really true? Where did this belief come from, and is it serving you? Often you'll find that these beliefs are outdated, formed during times when you didn't have the tools or understanding to challenge them. Once you recognize the belief driving the pattern, you can begin the process of shifting it. This doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent effort to reframe your thoughts and realign your emotions. Start by replacing limiting beliefs with more empowering ones. If your pattern involves scarcity thinking, begin to practice thoughts of abundance. If your pattern involves self-doubt, work on affirming your worth and capabilities. While changing beliefs is crucial, the next step is taking action that aligns with your new mindset. Inner work is important, but it has to be matched with external actions. For example, if you've always believed that relationships require you to constantly prove your worth, start setting boundaries. If you've believed that money is hard to come by, begin making financial decisions that reflect a sense of confidence rather than fear. The more you align your actions with your new beliefs, the more your outer world will begin to shift. This is the law of correspondence in practice. Your external circumstances reflect your internal reality. As you change your internal beliefs, your life begins to change in ways that feel more aligned with your true desires. Embracing change and growth. Breaking free from negative patterns requires a willingness to embrace change and growth, both of which can feel uncomfortable at first. When you shift long-held beliefs, the subconscious mind resists, preferring the safety of the known, even if the known is limiting or painful. But growth requires stepping outside of your comfort zone. It requires challenging the old stories you've told yourself and being open to new possibilities. When you commit to changing your inner world, you might find that your external world changes in ways you didn't expect. Relationships may shift, opportunities may arise, or situations you thought would never improve suddenly start to move. The process of breaking negative patterns isn't about perfection. It's about progress, learning to catch yourself when old habits or beliefs creep back in, and then choosing to realign with your new mindset. The more consistent you are in this practice, the more your outer world will reflect the changes you're making inside. Conclusion: freedom from repetition. The law of correspondence teaches us that negative patterns in our lives are reflections of unresolved inner conflicts or limiting beliefs. By becoming aware of these patterns, identifying the beliefs driving them, and shifting those beliefs, we can break free from the cycles that hold us back. This journey is about taking responsibility for your life, understanding that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a creator of your reality. As you change your internal world, your external world will naturally follow suit. Over time, you'll find yourself living in alignment with your true desires, free from the patterns that once seemed impossible to escape. Chapter 10. Living in Harmony with the Law of Correspondence. Throughout this journey, we've explored how the law of correspondence operates in various aspects of life, reflecting our inner world into the external reality we experience. By now, you likely understand that your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and inner conflicts shape everything around you, from relationships and career to health and abundance. But how do you fully embrace and live in harmony with this law in your everyday life? Living in alignment with the law of correspondence means acknowledging that you are the creator of your reality. This requires ongoing self-awareness, a willingness to look within, and the courage to make internal changes when you see something in your outer world that doesn't reflect your true desires. It's a practice, not a one-time revelation. The power of choice. One of the most empowering aspects of living in harmony with the law of correspondence is realizing that you always have a choice. No matter what challenges you face or what circumstances you find yourself in, the law reminds you that these external conditions are a reflection of something within you. If you don't like what you see in the mirror of your life, you have the power to change it, starting from within. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong or expecting to be perfect. It's about understanding that you have the ability to shift your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs to create a more aligned external experience. With each choice you make, to think a new thought, to break a negative pattern, to act from a place of love rather than fear, you begin to change the reflection in your external world. Imagine standing before a mirror. If you see a frown reflected back, you know that to change the reflection you need to smile. It's the same with your life. If you're experiencing dissatisfaction, conflict, or lack, instead of trying to change the external circumstances directly, begin by shifting your internal state. As your inner world changes, your outer world will adjust in response. Cultivating inner peace. Harmony in life begins with harmony within. One of the most important practices in living according to the law of correspondence is cultivating inner peace. When your inner world is calm, centered, and aligned, your external world tends to reflect that balance. Conversely, when your mind is filled with stress, worry, or negative emotions, that internal chaos often manifests as difficulties in your outer life. Inner peace doesn't mean living without challenges, but it does mean learning how to navigate them with a sense of calm and clarity. This is where practices like mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection become invaluable. These tools allow you to observe your thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. By regularly checking in with yourself and noticing how your inner state is affecting your outer experience, you become more aware of the subtle ways the law of correspondence is at work in your life. Consider this. If your day feels chaotic and stressful, ask yourself, what's happening in my mind right now? How am I feeling internally? Often you'll find that the external chaos is simply reflecting an inner state of tension or anxiety. By returning to a place of inner calm, the outer world begins to feel more manageable, and solutions to problems become clearer. Embracing the flow of life. Living in harmony with the law of correspondence also means embracing the flow of life. Life is always moving, changing, and evolving, and trying to control every aspect of it leads to frustration and resistance. The law teaches us that when we align our inner world with the natural flow of life, we create harmony in our outer experience. This requires trust. Trust that when you shift your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, the external world will follow suit. Trust that life is on your side even when challenges arise. When you release the need to control outcomes and instead focus on maintaining internal alignment, life tends to unfold more smoothly. Opportunities, relationships, and solutions often arise in ways that you couldn't have predicted, but that feel perfectly timed and aligned. Think of it as rowing downstream versus struggling against the current. When your inner world is in harmony, you're rowing with the flow of life, making your journey easier and more fulfilling. When you resist or hold on to limiting beliefs, you're fighting the current, making everything feel harder than it needs to be. Shifting from reaction to creation. Many people live in a reactive state, constantly responding to external circumstances as they arise. This approach to life keeps you in a cycle of reacting to whatever comes your way, rather than intentionally creating the reality you want to experience. Living in harmony with the law of correspondence invites you to shift from reaction to creation. Conclusion: creating inner peace for outer harmony. As we reach the end of this exploration into the law of correspondence, one thing becomes clear. Life is a reflection of your inner world. Every thought, belief, and emotion within you shapes the experiences you encounter, the relationships you form, and the challenges you face. By understanding and living in alignment with this universal law, you begin to see that the power to create a fulfilling life has always been within you. The journey you've taken through this book has not just been about understanding the mechanics of a law, but about recognizing the deep connection between who you are inside and what you experience outside. The law of correspondence is not something you simply use, it's a fundamental truth of how life operates. And when you consciously align your inner world, your outer world follows suit. A shift in perspective. Perhaps the most significant shift that the law of correspondence offers is a change in perspective. Life is no longer something that happens to you. Instead, it is something that happens through you. This realization is both liberating and humbling. It's liberating because it means that you are not at the mercy of external circumstances. You have the power to shape your reality. But it's humbling because it also requires you to take full responsibility for your life, including the parts that may be difficult or challenging. Taking responsibility for your life is not about blame or guilt. It's about empowerment. It's about acknowledging that while you cannot control everything that happens, you do have control over how you respond, what you believe, and how you choose to grow from each experience. The law of correspondence asks you to continually look within when you encounter challenges and ask, what is this teaching me about myself? How can I shift my inner world to create a different experience? The importance of inner peace. At the core of this journey is the cultivation of inner peace. The more peace you create within yourself, the more peace you will see reflected in your external life. Inner peace doesn't mean the absence of challenges. Instead, it's the ability to remain centered no matter what is happening around you. It's the calm that comes from knowing that you are aligned with your true self and that you have the tools to navigate whatever life brings. The world outside can be unpredictable, full of ups and downs, triumphs and setbacks. But when you cultivate a steady, peaceful center, you navigate life with greater ease. This inner calm allows you to see situations with more clarity, to respond rather than react, and to make choices that align with your deepest values and desires. When you live in a state of inner peace, you stop being pulled into the chaos around you. Instead, your peaceful energy has a ripple effect, influencing the people and situations you encounter. This is the true power of the law of correspondence. When you live in alignment with peace and harmony within, the outer world starts to reflect that same energy back to you. The journey continues. While this book may be coming to an end, your journey with the law of correspondence is ongoing. Every day you have the opportunity to check in with yourself, to observe your inner world, and to notice how it is being reflected in the world around you. The more aware you become of this dynamic, the more control you gain over your life's direction. This doesn't mean that life will always be smooth or easy. Challenges will still arise, and life will still have its unpredictable moments. But with the awareness you now have, you can approach these challenges with curiosity and openness, knowing that they are mirrors showing you areas for growth or healing. Instead of feeling powerless in the face of difficulties, you can now use them as opportunities to deepen your alignment with your true self. Each challenge is a doorway to greater understanding, greater clarity, and ultimately, greater peace. The power of small shifts. Living in alignment with the law of correspondence is not about making dramatic changes overnight. It's about making small, consistent shifts in your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. These small changes compound over time, leading to significant transformations in your life. Think of it like planting seeds. Each positive thought, each moment of self-reflection, each decision to act in alignment with your true self is a seed you plant. Over time, these seeds grow into a life that feels more fulfilling, more aligned, and more reflective of your inner peace. There is no rush. Growth is a gradual process, and each step you take is a step in the right direction. By committing to this inner work, you are nurturing the foundation for a life that reflects your deepest desires and highest potential. Trusting in your power. Perhaps the most important takeaway from this journey is the understanding that you already have everything you need within you. The power to create, to transform, and to heal lies in your own hands. The law of correspondence is simply a reminder of this truth. You don't need to seek outside of yourself for answers. The answers are within, waiting to be uncovered as you deepen your connection with your inner world. As you align more and more with your true self, you'll find that life becomes less about striving and more about allowing the outer world to naturally reflect the peace, love, and abundance you've cultivated inside. Trust in this process. Trust in your own power. Life is not a random series of events, but a reflection of the energy you carry within you. By continuing to nurture that energy, you are creating a future that is aligned, abundant, and deeply fulfilling. A life of correspondence. As you move forward, remember that every thought, every belief, and every emotion contributes to the life you create. The more you align with peace, love, and authenticity, the more your external world will mirror those qualities. The law of correspondence is not just a concept to understand, it's a way of life. It's a practice of continually tuning into your inner world and using that awareness to shape the reality you experience. When you live in harmony with this law, you no longer feel like life is something happening to you. Instead, you recognize that life is happening through you, reflecting back to you the energy you choose to carry. So go forward with confidence, knowing that you are the creator of your reality. With each moment, you have the power to align your inner world and create a life that reflects your highest truth. Trust in this power and let the journey unfold.